Let me ask you a question. What's the one thing holding you back from achieving your dream life? Is it lack of time? Maybe you're not ready yet, or you don't have the resources. If we're being honest, could it be your excuses? You see, excuses are those subtle justifications we give ourselves to avoid taking action. But what are they really costing us? Today, we are diving deep into how excuses silently sabotage our growth and how holding yourself accountable can be the game changer we've been looking for. Hello there, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning into Mentium, the podcast that takes you on a journey to unlock the full potential of your mind. My name is Majama. I will be your host and your guide on this adventure into the fascinating realm of mindset, mental fitness, and personal growth. In each episode, I dive deep into the intricacies of the human mind, exploring the power of positive thinking, resilience, and the strategies to cultivate a mindset that propels you towards success. So, buckle up for a journey of self discovery, empowerment, and transformation. Get ready to unleash the power of your mind with Mentium. In today's episode, we will get real about excuses. We will uncover their hidden cost, explore practical steps to embrace accountability, and inspire you to take action starting today. Let's get started. Excuses are a natural part of being human. They're our mind's way of protecting us from discomfort, fear, or failure. But if we dig a little deeper, we often find fear at the root of most excuses. For example, saying I am too busy to work on that project might really mean I am afraid it won't be good enough. Another big reason we make excuses is perfectionism. We delay taking actions until the conditions feel just right. But here's the truth: conditions will never be perfect. Progress is born from messy, imperfect action. Let's unpack some of the most common excuses we all make. I don't have time. I'm not ready yet. I don't have the resources. I'm not good enough. These excuses feel valid in the moment, but what do they cost us? Imagine wanting to start a side hustle and telling yourself, I'll do it when I have more time. Weeks turn into months, months turn into years, and the opportunity slips away. These small excuses add up to big regrets. I see that in myself. I consider myself as a very active person who goes to the gym almost like 5 days a week. But every year I take a break during Ramadan because I tell myself that I could not exercise during Ramadan, not realizing that it was just an excuse. So after 30 days of inactivity, I find it hard to start again. I always say, Monday I'll go again. Monday I'll start again. That Monday turns into almost like 30 something Mondays of inactivity. Don't do that. Now, let's talk about the psychology of excuses. Excuses are not just about avoiding tasks, they're also a way of avoiding emotions. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of success can paralyze us. The problem is that excuses become self fulfilling. By avoiding the challenge, you never grow. And by not growing, you prove to yourself that your excuse was valid. It's a vicious cycle. Now, let's talk about the hidden cost of excuses. Every excuse you make is a brick in the wall that separates you from your potential. For example, think about the fear of public speaking. You might say, I'm not ready to give a presentation yet. But every time you avoid the opportunity, you lose the chance to grow and gain confidence. Over time, those missed chances add up. Opportunities are fleeting. Excuses keep you stuck in place while the world moves forward. Imagine wanting to change careers, but telling yourself, I'll wait until I am more qualified. By the time you are ready, that opportunity no longer exists. The cost isn't just the lost opportunity, it is also the regret of never trying. Let's talk about the ripple effect of excuses. Excuses don't just affect you, they impact people around you. When you avoid responsibility, it can strain relationships. When you procrastinate at work, it can hinder team progress. The ripple effects are far reaching, and the longer you hold on to excuses, the more they compound. Here is the emotional cost. How do you feel when you let yourself down? Each time you make an excuse, you're breaking a promise to yourself. Over time, this erodes your self trust and confidence. Conversely, when you take ownership, even in small ways, you start to rebuild that trust. Now, let's move on to accountability. But first, what does accountability mean? Accountability is the practice of taking ownership of your actions and decisions. It's about saying, this is my responsibility and I'll see it through. It's not about being perfect. No, it's about being honest with yourself. I have a challenge here for you. I want you to write down this sentence for the next 90 days. The sentence is, I take full responsibility for everything in my life. Now, when you are writing that, the most important part is not just the writing, but take time to think about the words. I take responsibility for everything in my life. I want you to write that for 90 days. You'll thank me later. So, how can we build accountability in our lives? Here are 4 steps. Set clear, specific goals. Vague goals, I've said it many times, will not work. Goals like, I want to be healthier, will not do any good. Be specific. I will exercise for 30 minutes 3 times a week. Find an accountability partner. Share your goals with someone who will hold you to them. This could be a friend, a coach like myself, or a mentor. Knowing someone is watching adds an extra layer of responsibility. Track your progress. Use a journal app or habit tracker to monitor your daily wins and setbacks. Tracking helps you stay honest and see how far you've come. Celebrate small wins. Accountability is not just about focusing on what didn't work. No, it is also about recognizing your progress. Every small win builds momentum. Now, let's do a little exercise here. Let's pause for a moment. Think about one area of your life where you've been making excuses. Write it down. Now, replace that excuse with a small actionable step you can take today. For example, if your excuse is, I don't have time to exercise, like mine was, your action might be, I'll take a 10-minute walk during lunch. Small steps lead to big changes. Here is another example. Imagine a friend who wants to write a book but kept saying to themselves, I don't have the time. They decided to work with a coach to create a simple plan, writing 500 words a day. The coach held him accountable and he was able to finish the first draft in 6 months. Accountability turns intentions into results. To wrap up this episode, let's recap. Excuses might feel comforting in the moment, but they come with a high cost, missed growth, lost opportunities, and reduced confidence. Accountability, on the other hand, is empowering. It helps you stay on track, build self trust, and unlock your full potential. Let me leave you with this quote: excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. Accountability, however, is the foundation of success. Choose one excuse to let go of today and replace it with action. If this episode resonated with you, take the first step. Identify one area where you've been making excuses and commit to take action. If you're looking for a supportive community, the Mentium Institute is here for you. Together, we hold each other accountable and achieve more. Thank you so much for tuning into Mentium today. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend or share it in your circle and leave a review. Until next time, stay focused, stay accountable, and remember, excuses have a cost, but accountability pays dividend. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. I am Majama, and this is Mentium. Peace.